Hey guys, it's Kathleen. I'm back thrifting. We have got a bunch of yard sales that are on my list and I'm trying to hit them all before the rain hits because we're supposed to get just pummeled today, but so far it's looking promising. My first stop is going to be a church yard sale. I've never gone to this church yard sale, so it's a bit of a gamble, but who can resist a church yard sale? So let's go. Okay guys, so this was definitely my favorite find today. Almost the entire section over here is filled with Chico's chunky necklaces. And some of the older chunky necklaces can go for like $30, $40, $50. Some of them won't. A lot of the ones that I picked up are only going to sell for maybe $10 to $15. But it doesn't even matter because they were all listed for $5 a piece. And because I was taking so many of them, she just did a bulk deal and gave them all to me for $30. And I came away with 32 necklaces. So slightly less than $1 per. I am definitely going to make my money on this. I've already ordered a little velvet neck display thing from Amazon so that I can get started photographing them. And I am super excited with this find. I'll not read that. Oh, that orange, that purple one that was right there. Yeah. Okay. Stamped. Cannot quite reach that.
Yeah, she's a little dirty.
What's this? These necklaces are so heavy. Cute. Yep. All the things. guys, welcome back to the haul. This was such a good sale. Such a good sale. I found so many things at this churchyard sale. I did go to 2 other garage sales, but they were both clunkers, so I bailed on them. And then after I got so many things at this churchyard sale, I just went home because I have got to get listing. And I already haven't listed everything from the week before because I got sick this week. So I'm a little bit behind. And like I said, the amount of stuff that I brought home from this sale, all for $62, is unreal. So let me jump right into it. The best thing that I got by far was a huge lot of Chico's vintage jewelry. They are all the big, chunky, kind of old lady necklaces. All of them are stamped, and they are all in great condition. In fact, 3 of the pieces have their tags still on. So I paid $1 a piece for each of these, and I got 32 of them. So I'm super, super stoked. They are just beautiful pieces, and some of them I know are going to sell really high. And by high I mean like $40 to $50. Some of these necklaces can go that high. Some of them won't. Some of them will just go for $15 or $20. But again, I have so many of them, and they're all these like interesting patterns. Look at how many trays. One. Okay, this is one of my favorites with all that amber. Those amber stones in there. Here. And then one more. So I can hardly wait to get these listed. I've ordered neck displays from Amazon, so they're supposed to come sometime today, and then I'm just going to start cranking them out. Now they should be pretty quick to photograph. That's the good thing about jewelry. Probably going to sit a while, but the big thing was getting them all in plastic bags, because by the time I got home from that sale, they were all tied together. It was like separating a bunch of, I don't know, octopuses. It was maddening trying to get them separated. So I'm glad they're all in bags. That's how they're going to stay. Super excited about that. Okay, I picked these up just because I like new in the package, you know, face stuff and body things. This sounded fancy. Baylis and Harding, England. It turns out this doesn't sell so well, but they were like next to nothing. And so I'm probably just going to lot them all up together for like 20 bucks. All right, I did grab this Waterford marquee. I have a lot of Waterford ornaments on my tree, so I never even look up Waterford ornaments when I find them really cheap. I think I paid $2 or $3 for this, but he is going to go on my tree because when I looked him up, he doesn't do much more than like $8 or $9. And like I said, I have Waterford ornaments, and so it fits in with my tree theme. I also like picking up all of these new old stock types of cosmetic things. And this is just a cuticle remover. This will probably go for about $8. I have sold one of these before. It's like the Memorial White House Christmas tree ornaments, but it's really, really pretty. I want to say I found a sold comp $20, somewhere around there. And I like that it has all the original paperwork with it. Now the box is a little dinged up. You can see it's all like peeling and everything, but still, it'll be fine. It'll sell. Okay. Somehow I came home with these. I don't even know what they are. I don't even remember finding them and throwing them in my bag. So if you know what they are, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, these are so getting donated. I can't even think of a use of them in my classroom, like not even for an art project. I don't know how I ended up throwing that in my bag. But the other thing that I did get for 10 cents each are these little packages of Bible memory buddies. Y'all, these sell for like 20 bucks a pop. At least I found solds for $20 a pop. They have 5 little buddies inside. I am probably going to list each and every one of them for 15 bucks, or maybe I'll just lot them all up together just to get rid of them. But how weird and random is that? And that's why when I find random stuff, sometimes I take the time to look at the comps, because you never know, for 10 cents a piece, and then they're going to sell for 20. What a deal. Okay. Grabbed these Kookaburra by Uggs boots, tall version. Now they're a small size. They are in a woman's 5, but these were $1. Can you even imagine getting Uggs for $1? That's insanity. So even if I just get 20 bucks for them, but I think I'll get more. I think I'll get closer to $30 or $40 because look at how beautiful the condition is. Really look like they were hardly worn at all. These were also $1. I grabbed these because Tina, the Gemini Thrifts, she picks these up all the time. These are the Skechers that you just step into. I think they're called Quick Fit. Yeah, Quick Fit, and there's Go Walk Quick Fit. But I thought they were really nice. They're in a beautiful condition. I mean, they have just a little bit of wear on the bottom, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna get it at least $15 for this. Then I did pick up this pack of Creative Memories, and this is like those stencils that go with the cutting system, only because I have got a bunch of stuff that I've just been kind of pack ratting away. In fact, I think some of it is over here. Yeah, like all of these page protectors and things like that. I have got a cutting system, all these things, and I'm just going to lot them all up together. So I didn't mind paying $1 for this because by itself it's not going to go for more than $10, but I'm going to lot it up, and I might even put it in with this big black binder system that is Creative Memories branded that I've been just hanging on to and just really putting off listing because it's going to be such a pain in the fanny to ship. And just lot all of it up together and see what I get. I should get $50 easily for all of that stuff. All right, I grabbed this. Probably should have left this. I looked quickly at Delta towel bars. They seem to do pretty good. This one is not one of the ones that seems to do pretty good. So probably not going to get much more than $10 for it. But at least it's already in its own packaging. Purses were also $1. So I got this beautiful Bach leather crossbody. It is barely used. Beautiful on the inside. It is a nice soft pebbled leather. Really, really nice. Probably going to get $25 to $30 for that. I also grabbed these. I don't know how to say this. Havaianas. I have sold these before, and I like selling these flip-flops. They're not going to go much higher than $10 or $12, but they were $1, and they were cute. I liked the little peacock design, and they're a larger size, so I thought that was worth picking up. I also grabbed these Vans. These should go around the $20 mark. Really good condition. These are a youth size, but they are the black on black old school Vans. Just in really, really good condition. So I thought those were definitely worth picking up. I grabbed this Nintendo DS because it is branded The Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's just a case, but it's in good condition. This was 25 cents. So for 25 cents, it should sell about the $12 mark. One of my favorite pickups was this cat. I found him in this pile of kids' toys. I thought, well, he looks really interesting. And so I picked him up. And by interesting, I mean weird. I mean, he is weird. But sometimes, you know, weird sells. But then I turned him over and I saw that he was branded and I could not quite make it out. I don't know if you can see it, but to me, it looked like W. Kleskin or something like that. I could not figure it out. Well, then I found it. I did a search. And look at the comps. Some of these porcelain-headed cats can do really, really well. Like maybe $50 well. Go figure. How weird is this thing? I mean, he doesn't even hold his head up hardly. Look at him. He's, I mean, how freaky is that? He looks so weird and icky. But when I was looking at him closely, some of the things that I noticed, like the details on the clothing, they were all really well done and everything felt so like quality. And so that's why I thought, I mean, even like the little ruff around his neck, it's just darling and weird, but darling. And so I figured, let me just pick him up. He was like 50 cents or something like that. And then I got home and looked at the comps. I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad I picked that up. And then the last items that I have are all clothing items, and I paid 40 cents an item. You cannot beat that. It was $3 filler bags. I filled 15 items into 2 bags because some of the items were really thin, and I did good. Not everything's a banger, but there's a few bangers in here. Okay, so first for 40 cents, Free People. This is a size medium, just a cute little peasant blouse. This will probably go for $15. Then I went back and forth on this, and then I was like, why am I hemming and hawing over this? It's just a pretty jacket. I don't know if it is one of the old school versions of Adidas, or what am I trying to say, vintagey. I don't know, but it's in great condition. I loved the color, and just threw it in the bag. Why not? This was an interesting find. This is called Natural Reflections. But these sweatshirts seem to do okay, and I loved all of the embroidery that was on here. And this was in a size large. It's got embroidery on the back, and it's just really nice. And when I picked it up, it felt like quality. And then, of course, the hood has got all of the fur detailing around it. So that was another plus in its favor. I loved the color on this cabbie jacket. It's a nice denim jacket. They don't go quite that high at all, but it's also a medium, so it's also my size, so there is that possibility. All right, this Land's End turtleneck is so crazy soft. It is in a size large, awesome condition. Have no idea what it's going to do. Haven't looked at the comps, but it is such a soft and just really comforting piece that I figured throw it in there for 40 cents. Then I found this pajama top from Gymboree. It's adult size large, and it is new with the tags. It originally retailed for $43. Go figure. And it has a Christmas theme, so why not? This is 100% wool, and it is vintage Ole Cassini. It is in a size 14. It is beautiful. It looks like it was hardly worn. Now the pockets have been unsewn, but it is in perfect condition. I'm thinking this is going to go probably around $30. I grabbed this Chico's jacket. This was the first piece of clothing that I threw in there. This is a size 3, and I only grabbed it because of the pattern and the size, but mostly the pattern. I just loved it. I thought it was super, super pretty. I don't think it'll go for much more than $15 or $20, but when you only spend 40 cents, that's okay. And then the second item that I found, and I never found any more of them, was this 1X size cropped Harley Davidson. How cool is that? I love finding Harley Davidson stuff, and I hardly ever do. This shirt, I'm not so sure of. I don't know this brand, Girl Soul, but it is brand new with the tags and in a size 2X. What did it originally sold for $32, but it is also all embroidered. So I liked the embroidery pattern on it, new with tags, and the cost of goods was right. I did grab this sweater by Ralph Lauren. And I really just grabbed it because it seemed in such great condition. There is one little issue with it. It has a small spot on the shoulder, but I know I can get that out. It is gorgeous and in a size extra large. When I was thrifting in Florida and I picked up a bunch of sweaters that were Ralph Lauren, they all sold. So I like my chances of being able to move that. This is a new to me brand. And so this is Trovata. Birds of Paradise. But something about it, when I picked it up, I'm like, this looks really interesting. And so when I did the comp search, sure enough, these things sell fairly well and fairly high. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they do pretty good. I grabbed this just because it's Natori. I've sold Natori before. Usually I like to pick up their robes, but their pajamas move as well. This is only a pajama top, but it is super, super soft, and I can't remember. I think it's a large size. No, it's only a medium. But even if I just get $10 or $12 for that, Then I grabbed this Talbot's jacket because it's quilted. It is a full zip jacket and it is just in great condition in a size large. And for 40 cents, it's hard to just walk away from that. I grabbed, this is another piece of Chico's. And there was another full polyester shirt by Chico's that I left just because I was like, I don't know if I like that. But this one, I just loved the color and the patterns. It's size 2. So is that a large? And yeah, so I thought that was worth throwing in the bag. And then the last item is a Sears house coat. And I'm really on the fence because it has the Sears on the pockets. I don't know if this is like an employee jacket or not. I have no idea, but it is in fabulous condition. I did find a couple of comps for shirts, but for men, not for women, that were employee shirts. I'm thinking I'm gonna get $40 to $50 for this. I can't seem to get it buttoned normal so you can get the full effect of the vintage flair of this sucker. I don't even know if this is like 70s or 80s. I think it's closer to 70s. I mean, I was shopping in Sears in the 70s and the 80s, and I have no idea, but how cool is that? Really neat. All right, guys, that is everything for this awesome church sale haul. As always, hit subscribe if this is your kind of content, and I will catch you next week. Bye, guys.